Once nestled in the heart of a quaint, picturesque town, there stood a library like no other. The Stirling Library, as it was known, was a place of both fascination and fear for the townsfolk. While it held a treasure trove of knowledge within its ancient walls, it was also believed to be haunted. The library had been built in the late 19th century, and its imposing Gothic architecture lent an eerie air to the building. Its towering spires seemed to reach for the heavens, while its arched windows, adorned with stained glass, told tales of forgotten times. Inside, the shelves upon shelves of books held secrets that had been gathered for generations. One chilly autumn evening, a young woman named Emily, an avid reader and an aspiring writer, decided to visit the Stirling Library. She had always been intrigued by the library's mysterious reputation and had heard whispers of ghostly apparitions and strange occurrences within its walls. As she entered the library, the heavy oak doors creaked ominously behind her, and the soft echo of her footsteps resonated through the dimly lit corridors. The air felt colder and denser inside, and she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Emily began to explore the library's labyrinthine aisles, each one filled with books that seemed to stretch on forever. Her fingers traced the spines of old tomes, and her breath fogged the air as she delved deeper into the stacks. The flickering candlelight played tricks on her imagination, making shadows dance and pages rustle on their own. She finally settled into a dusty corner with a book titled The Secrets of Stirling Manor, a volume dedicated to the history of the library and the mansion it was once part of. As she turned the pages, Emily learned about the tragic tale of the Stirling family, who had once lived in the mansion and owned the library. Legend had it that Sarah Stirling, the youngest daughter of the family, had been a bookworm much like Emily herself. Sarah's love for books was so profound that when she passed away prematurely in a terrible accident, her spirit was said to have remained bound to the library. It was said that she wandered the library at night, seeking solace in the pages of her beloved books. Emily felt a chill run down her spine as she read the accounts of Sarah's apparition being seen by countless visitors and librarians over the years. Some had claimed to hear her soft laughter or the faint sound of pages turning when no one else was around. Determined to uncover the truth, Emily decided to spend the night in the Stirling Library, armed with her notebook and a flashlight. She settled into a cozy nook, surrounded by towering bookshelves, and waited for the clock to strike midnight. As the witching hour approached, the library grew eerily silent. The flickering candlelight cast eerie shadows on the walls, and Emily's heart raced with anticipation. Then, just as the clock struck 12, she heard it, the faint sound of footsteps echoing through the library. With bated breath, Emily followed the sound, her flashlight trembling in her hand. She turned a corner, and there, in the pale light of her flashlight, stood a spectral figure, a young woman with long flowing hair, dressed in a Victorian-era gown, holding an old book in her hands. It was Sarah Stirling, the library's resident ghost. Emily's fear gave way to curiosity as she approached Sarah, who smiled gently and extended the book toward her. Emily reached out and took the book, and as she did, a warm, otherworldly sensation washed over her. In that moment, Emily understood that Sarah wasn't a malevolent spirit, but a guardian of knowledge, bound to the library she loved. She had chosen to reveal herself to someone who shared her passion for books, someone who would continue her legacy of love for literature. From that night on, Emily visited the Stirling Library regularly. She befriended Sarah's spirit, and together they explored the endless realms of knowledge contained within the library's ancient walls. The library that had once been feared as haunted now became a place of wonder and inspiration, where the living and the dead shared their love for books, bound by the timeless magic of the written word.